But just to compare these two lights real quick, you know, one battery, two batteries. This right here is 65 lumens, 120 lumens. And actually, it's really more than that if you look at the forum. So this light is more than double what this light is on half of the battery. Alien technology, I'm telling you. Hey YouTube, CountryBoyPrepper here. Today I want to share with y'all a new flashlight that I've recently gotten. ThruNite sent me this Ti3 keychain flashlight right here. It's a little bitty single AAA flashlight, and I wanted to share it with y'all. I've been using this for almost 2 months now, and I've been really impressed with it. It's replaced a couple of flashlights that I've used in the past, and this thing's really awesome. I like having a real small flashlight on my keychain. In the past, I've had one of these little mini Maglite lights on my keychain in the past. If you watch my old EDC video that I put out a while back, you'll see that light on there. But this is a vast improvement over what I used to use in that Maglite. I remember back in the day, the first Surefire I ever bought was I think it was a Surefire G2. It was a polymer housing flashlight, like a double two CR123 batteries. It didn't even, I don't think they even had the 18650s back then, but it was an incandescent bulb, and it came with 60 lumen output at the time, and at the time that was just phenomenal. You know, that was amazing, especially for a $60 or $70 light, which I think is what I paid for it back then, something like that. But and then you could get an upgrade if you wanted to. You could get an extra bulb that was 120 lumens, which was double the output. It cuts your runtime on about in half, and I think the run times were like, you know, under 2 hours. I think with the 120 lumen version, it was only like 45-minute runtime, something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been forever. I don't even have that light anymore. But man, back in the day, that was just something. That was awesome. That was less than 10 years ago. This little light here puts out, with one AAA battery, this light puts out 120 lumens. That's amazing. I mean, that's got to have some sort of alien technology in it or something. I don't know. That's freaking amazing. 120 lumens. And actually, if you do dig in and do some research, there's forums, flashlight forums out there on the internet where, you know, guys with these high-tech instruments can measure independently what the actual lumen output is on these lights. You know, I don't have access to that, but they can verify whether or not the manufacturers are accurately representing their product. And they've tested this light. According to what I've seen, it actually puts out closer to 140 lumens. I mean, wow. 120 lumen advertised output out of this single AAA keychain light. All right, this thing is smaller than my biggest key. Okay, this is my truck key. Everything's backwards. I hate doing this. It's a 1/4 inch shorter than my largest key on my keychain. That's just amazing. Anyway, I want to tell y'all a few things about this light and share it with y'all. This thing's only like 20 bucks on Amazon, $19.95, whatever. And it's got 3 modes on it. It's got a Firefly mode, which is like 0.4 lumens or something like that. Then it's got a medium setting, which is like 12 lumens, I think. And then if you go to the turbo, it's the full 120 lumens. Now it also has a strobe mode, kind of a hidden strobe mode. Basically what you have to do is you have to turn it on and off 6 times in a row, and you have to count, because if you go 7 times it won't work. But basically you cycle through the three modes 2 times, or just count 6 times, and you'll get to strobe mode. Now the 120 lumens is only good for what was it, 30 minutes, half an hour. If you have it on the strobe mode, it's 120 lumens also. It doubles that to about an hour. So it's not really impressive runtime, but you know, considering what it's putting out, that's very understandable, and that's fine with me. I've been using this thing for about 2 months. You know, I don't use it every day all the time, but you know, when I need a light, I've been grabbing this light. and I'm still on my first battery and loving it. But anyway, now in the past, kind of what this thing is sort of replaced, in the past what I've used a lot is this Streamlight Stylus Pro. And this uses two AAA batteries, and I've loved this light. I've used this light, actually I've had several of them because I keep losing them. And these are in the $20 price range too. I think they may be $1 or $2 cheap or something like that on Amazon. But if you look at like Gander Mountain or someplace, Academy, you're gonna see them $20, $24, something like that. But this light has kind of filled that role for me for a long time in the past, and I've really enjoyed this light. I've liked it so much that when I've lost one, I've gone and bought another one. I think this is like my third one that I've had, and it's been a very good light. I've really enjoyed it. It uses two AAA batteries, but just to compare these two lights real quick, you know, one battery, two batteries. This right here is 65 lumens, 120 lumens, and actually it's really more than that if you look at the form. So this light is more than double what this light is on half of the battery. Alien technology, I'm telling you. But that's not all. Not only is it more output. Now, of course, you're going to get more runtime with this. You know, it's a give and take thing. So you know, if runtime is extremely important to you at that lumen output, you know, this may not be what you want. This isn't like your primary light. This is just a backup light for small little quick things and whatnot. And it's got some other things that I'll show you here in a little bit that'll make it useful for other situations. But anyway. You know, another benefit of this over this is half the size. I mean, literally, it's about half the size, half the length. Small enough to put on your keychain. You're not going to put this on your keychain. Now, another benefit of this is it comes with this little clip where you can easily, if I can do it real quick, get off of there. All right, I can easily take this off of my keychain. All right. And it comes with this little clip right here. Now this clip is reversible. It's going to come from the factory like this right here, and you can just clip it in your pocket if you want to carry it that way. It works great. I've carried it that way some, but I prefer to just keep it on my keychain with this little that little doohickey right there. But what's great about this is there's two places that you can put this clip. Now I'm going to use my pocket knife right here and just kind of pry this clip off real quick. You just slide it under there like that and clip it right, take it right off. But oh, I knew I was going to drop that. Hang on. All right, but what's great about this is you can reverse the clip and put it up here like so. I probably should just get down on the stump and show you all this. But you can put it on the stump down here, like, I mean, put it on the other end of the light like that. And what that allows you to do is take it and clip it on the bill of your hat. All right, you're not going to do that with this light or a light any bigger than this, but you can clip it on your hat like so, and you've got a headlamp. Hands-free lighting. Hands-free lighting is huge. If you're working on something and you need both hands, you need a light, you don't have someone to help you, this is awesome. Okay, headlamps are great too, but you know, you don't always carry around a headlamp. This is basically a headlamp that you can incorporate into your EDC if you wear a hat all the time. You know, heck, you can do the old thing in your mouth. You can stick it behind your ear, for goodness sake. Okay, it's the size of a pen or a pencil. Stick it behind your ear, no problem. It's tiny, it's lightweight. I mean, this thing weighs nothing. So basically the way I like to use this is I like to have it with this little clip thing so I can keep it on my keys, and I like to keep this clip in this orientation right here, backwards from the way it comes from the factory, because I like the ability to just clip it on my hat like that. That's awesome. I love that. That's phenomenal. That's something that I haven't been able to do previously with other lights that I've had. That old Maglite keychain light that I had and this light, I can't do those sort of things. So this thing is smaller, lighter, more compact, more useful, and brighter. It has 3 modes. You know, this only has 1 mode. This is replacing my Stylus Pro. And the Stylus Pro, I'm not taking anything away from the Stylus Pro. the Stylus Pro is great. I love the Stylus Pro. I still love it. I'll still use it. I'll still incorporate it into kits and whatnot, and you might see it later on in the future. I'm not throwing it in the trash by any means, but this is basically taking over and replacing my Stylus Pro, and I'm just thrilled with it. I love it. I think it's just phenomenal. For 20 bucks, you're getting alien technology. That just blows my mind. But yeah, I like to have the clip kind of in the opposite orientation of where this little dangly thing is. Now let me tell you real quick, the way this thing comes, all this won't be attached to it. It'll be in a little baggie. Let me just show you this real quick. This is what it's going to come in right here. It's going to come in this nice little tin, and it's going to it's nicely packaged. It's going to have foam in it like so. There's a little pamphlet in there that's going to tell you all about the light and all the different features. There's also going to be a little Ziploc bag. It's got an extra O-ring. By the way, this is IPX8, whatever they call it, water resistant or whatever. It's waterproof up to like a meter or two, something like that. So if this thing gets wet, dropped in the pool, dropped in, you know, a puddle or whatever, it's not going to hurt it. It's going to function underwater, and you're going to be fine, which is pretty much the industry standard these days for flashlights, which is great. But I have no idea if this one's rated for that. I don't remember. I think it might be. Anyway, but also the way this thing is going to come is this little chain thing right here is going to be separate, okay? And it's going to have actually there's going to be a little chain that's going to be about that long, that's going to be a little bit longer, and basically if you hook it up the way it comes from the factory, the chain portion of this is going to hang out about 2.5 inches longer. Now I saw this, I got to give credit on Cutlery Lover's channel. Cutlery Lover. I can't speak. If you don't know him, you've been living under a rock. Anyway, he did a review on this, and he showed the way he set it up. Basically, he just took out all those little links and made this thing shorter. And also, in doing so, he basically removed the weakest link of this system. It makes it shorter, more compact. I don't like big, huge, dangly keychains. I don't want anything more on there than is necessary. I don't want it any bigger or heavier than is necessary. So you're basically removing weight, removing mass, and you're removing the weakest link. All you do is use that one ring right there and go directly to this little hook right here. I'll probably roll in some pictures, close-up pictures showing y'all this, a better view. But anyway, and it just makes it a lot more compact, and it's just super easy to just clip it on your keychain like so, real quick and easy. And it's not any bigger or heavier or bulkier than it has to be. Now, this doesn't replace your main light that you should be carrying in your EDC, okay? Don't put this in your pocket and think that this is the only light you should carry, the only light you should need. I still strongly advocate you keep a full size, well, not full size, but like, you know, a full size light like this TN12 from ThruNite or something like this for bigger tasks, for longer run time, and for you know, for maybe possibly self-defense if necessary, God forbid. This is not a self-defense light. Don't fool yourself. It's 120 lumen output. It will blind someone, and you know, all that, but don't fool yourself. You need to have a more substantial light. This shouldn't be your only light, and this isn't my only light that I incorporate into my EDC. This is just, you know, a nice little supplement that is really convenient and awesome. It gives me that hands-free option if I want to clip it on my bill. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this with y'all real quick. I'm just really loving this light. I want to thank ThruNite for sending me this light, as well as the TN12 that I recently reviewed. They sent me that as well, and you know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube right now of ThruNite flashlights. ThruNite isn't putting their money into advertising or big websites or the middleman. They're not sending their flashlights out to middlemen. They're trying to pass on the savings and the value directly to their customers. And one of the ways they're doing that is, rather than putting out these big ad campaigns and whatnot, they're sending these lights out to reputable YouTubers to review and share with their audiences, okay? And that's kind of their marketing. And you know, a lot of people want to rag on that and talk about that, talk bad about it, and you know, all these people are just selling out, and you know, they'll say anything good about ThruNite just to get free flashlights and what. That's not always the case, okay? Yes, that does happen on YouTube occasionally, but just because, you know, ThruNite sent me this light and I say it's great, doesn't mean I'm being bought out or anything, okay? These lights are great. Get one and you'll see. You can look at dozens of other reviews on YouTube. People will tell you the same thing. They're great. They really are. ThruNite's really got something, and that's just their marketing strategy. The way that they're trying to get their exposure is through YouTube, and I think that's great. I think that's awesome. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I'll put a link in the description below for Amazon if you're interested. If you're interested in buying one of these lights, I'll put a link for you. It's just a regular Amazon link. Doesn't do me any good or anything like that. Guys, I appreciate you watching this. If you don't mind, be sure to click that like button before you go, and y'all have a great day.